Insurance companies had a riot clause that they used in a racist way. Now Mother Fletcher is 111 and Mother Randall is 110. Hey y'all, I'm in depth with Dion. I've covered Mother Fletcher's story as a journalist for half a decade. Here's something you may not know about her. So when she and the other survivors brought their lawsuit to Tulsa County District Court in September 2020, some of the main questions were, why did it take her this long to file a lawsuit for reparations in the Tulsa Race Massacre? There was a previous case that went to the U.S. Supreme Court with dozens of survivors attached to that case. The U.S. Supreme Court in 2000 refused to hear it based on statute of limitations. And so because of that, for the next 20 years, no lawsuits have been filed for any survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre. Enter Demario Solomon Simmons, the attorney for justice for Greenwood. In September 2020, he filed a lawsuit with the 3 last known living survivors. So in that case, Demario Solomon Simmons had to be creative. And what he did was he used a state law, an Oklahoma public nuisance law, to argue that the nuisance caused by the massacre, which was perpetrated by city and county officials, has never been abated, has never been rectified, has never been reparated. Ultimately, Tulsa County District Judge Carolyn Wall, who is up for re-election next year, dismissed the case with prejudice. When they appealed to the Oklahoma Supreme Court, if that court upheld the dismissal, this case could not be tried again. Well, last year, the Oklahoma Supreme Court did rule to uphold that dismissal. And so here we are today. Even before the 2000 U.S. Supreme Court case, survivors of the massacre had filed cases and filed claims the day after the massacre, right after the massacre. But many of those claims were denied because insurance companies had a riot clause that they used in a racist way. They blamed the riot, they blamed the massacre on the black residents who were killed, saying that they caused the riot. And so essentially for 100 years, no survivors had even had an opportunity to argue in the courts. Here we are today where Mother Fletcher is 111 and her last wish is to have her own home with the caretakers and the equipment she needs to live a dignified life. At every step, the courts have denied her and her fellow survivors. We're asking the public to come through and help us make this a reality for Mother Fletcher and her family. So let's bring it home, y'all.